Hi everyone, I'm Jodi. Welcome to my channel. I'm really glad that you're here today. And if you are new, welcome. This channel is all about helping busy and ambitious women and moms just like you and me keep our busy lives moving forward while looking and feeling our very best doing it. So providing you quick pieces of information, resources, product reviews, and tutorials just like today to help you look and feel your most beautiful. Today we are going to do the spring makeup trend lavender eyes. As you might remember, for those of you that saw my spring trends, I am not a trendy makeup person, but I do like my makeup to stay, well, current. And of the spring makeup trends this year, I asked you which ones would you like to see tutorials of that we could maturely modify. And by a pretty large margin, many of you wanted to see the purple or lavender eyes. If you remember, last year, lavender and purple made a play on the cheeks, and for this spring and summer, they moved their way up to the eyes. So we're gonna do this look together. And if you didn't know, this video is published today, April 4th, which is National Vitamin C Day, created by SkinCeuticals. This is the 5th year, and it's super exciting because vitamin C is an important part of our skincare routine. And SkinCeuticals has different types of vitamin Cs depending on what issues you're trying to address with your skin. And in celebration of Vitamin C Day, SkinCeuticals, in partnership with Dermstore, which I have a link down below if you're looking to buy any products at all, check out that link for a savings. And in celebration of Vitamin C Day, SkinCeuticals sent this beautiful package in PR. If you are looking for any type of skincare product, and this is not a sponsored video, but I wanted to show you guys this package because I don't get a ton of PR, and so when I do get some, it's really exciting and I want to share it with you guys. So look at this gorgeous box. It has their 3 types of vitamin C in it. It has a good size mirror in it, and then it has an ice pack. I love keeping these types of things in the freezer because for me, not only for my face, but if you get migraines, I have found that if these are frozen, I can just hold it on my migraine. It helps take away the pressure. So I'm really grateful for that. One of their vitamin C solutions is for discoloration. They have a vitamin C solution for blemishes and acne. And they have a vitamin C solution specifically for fine lines and wrinkles, which is the one I took out and started using. And I'll show you a before and after picture in about a month after using this so we can see how well it performs. So if you guys are ready to put together a purple lavender eyeshadow look that's a spring trend but maturely modified, let's do it. And to go along with these lavender or purple eyes, once we're done with them, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm gonna change, believe it or not, my nail color. I know this is all about the eyes, but for those of you that have watched me for a while, you know that my range of variety on my nails goes from white to pale pink borderline white. So the spectrum's like that. And so I'm laughing because Lisa, who's been a longtime subscriber, recently reached out to me and said, why do you always wear those colors? And I don't have an answer other than I love them because they complement anything I have on and I don't have to worry about clashing. And I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. However, these spring colors and this new eyeshadow look have inspired me to break past the white. And we're gonna go with what is probably not much of a stretch. I'm going with this one. This is Achievement Unlocked by OPI. Isn't that a pretty color? That's just, if I could just paint this on my eyes, we would be done. Tutorial done. Which it's not far off what we're gonna go with in terms of color. Before I get started with any look, one of the things that I like to do is to lay out my blush, my lipstick, and the eye palette that I'm going to wear just to see if everything matches in terms of tones and undertones so that I don't get it all on my face and realize that there's just a mismatch between what I'm trying to achieve. Otherwise, you have sort of that unprofessional, undone look. If you look at makeup artists and the way they put on a complete makeup face, you really see this in fashion, editorial, as well as in bridal makeup, then you'll notice that everything has sort of a coordination to it, and that's the look that I personally love. So to pull this look together, I grabbed my Dainty blush, this is by MAC, as well as this lipstick, because those two coordinate really nicely together. And then I grabbed the eyeshadow palette that I'm using, and today I'm using the Maybelline Shadow Blocks. If you guys haven't seen these, I recommend checking these out. It's not great packaging. It's clever packaging, but it's not high quality. These are very plastic. They almost remind me of Legos a little bit. I don't know how long this back hinge is gonna work because it is plastic, and you get 3 colors. I like reaching for things like this, or ColourPop has some nice individual bright colors just for colors that are more trendy that I'm not gonna reach for all the time. I don't need them to be the highest quality in terms of blendability. I do want good pigmentation and I do want them to blend nicely, but I don't need Tom Ford for these once in a while trendy colors, which is why I think these are great for women like us that are just looking for something fun once in a while. What I loved about this is that you get 3 different colors in this one little block, so easy to throw in your handbag, easy to travel with, and the stack came in different colors. There's this nice soft pink, there's a little bit more of a burgundy type color, and then there's this really light lavender. Then I pulled in the blush and the lipstick to make sure that I've got the right color story before I start this whole application. It's just a little tip that I learned a long time ago, and I feel like it saved me from getting to the end of a look and going, something's not quite right, and then it just takes too much time to figure it out. So first I'm gonna reach for a small tapered brush, and I'm gonna go in with the middle color, which is more this darker pink color. I'm gonna put the color right on the tip, and then I'm gonna start from this outer corner, right in that crease at the lash line and the crease, and I'm gonna follow that crease. Now, if you have hooded eyes, still do the same thing, just go above and create a fake crease wherever you want that to be. Obviously not too high to your eyebrow. You wanna leave a little space between your eyebrow and the crease as it naturally would be. And then I'm just gonna take that all the way to about 2/3 of my eye. So I'm gonna stop it right about there. Now you notice that I put the color on the tip of the brush, and that's the part of the brush that I put on my eye to draw the frame, if you will, of the crease. Now what I wanna do, because the majority of the color is still on the top and not on these taper edges, I wanna take this brush and lay it on its side so that the top of the brush is at the high point of my crease, and this tapered edge is what blends out that crease. So you're gonna hold it just like that at an angle and softly blend it and smoke it out. I like to make little tiny circles for this, and you can just see how nice that leaves the crease mark but blows it out. And then once I get to the corner here, we're just gonna flick it up and out, extending the look of that eye, but not much further than where your natural crease or that brow bone is. So you should have something that looks very similar to that. I love this look because it's gonna be a fun spring look, and spring just speaks pinks and yellows and light greens and purples, and I like to take a lot of my color inspirations from the flowers this time of the year. I don't know about you guys, but I love spring flowers. Hydrangeas are my favorite, but I love tulips and lilacs, and I'm fortunate enough to live in the Pacific Northwest where we have the Tulip Festival. It's beautiful. It was one of the first dates that my husband and I went on together, so maybe that's why they hold a special place in my heart, but it is just, as far as the eye can see, tulips and every color, and then there's mountains in the back, and there's usually still some snow on the mountains this time of the year. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I wanna bring a little bit of that into the video and share it with you guys. Next, I'm gonna grab the last color that's in this palette, and it's not too much darker. It's a little hard to show you guys the palette this way, but it's not too much darker than the color that we just put on. And fortunately, all 3 of these colors are in my shirt today. I don't know how that happened, but it just worked out that way. Now I'm gonna grab a small rounded pencil type brush, and I'm gonna go in with the tip of it in this lavender color. Now I wanna leave as much space on my complete eyelid as I can to make my eyes appear larger. So when I put this color, I'm gonna put the color right on the tip of it, and then I'm gonna put it right there. You can see I'm not putting it on my eyelid right here. I'm leaving that blank. I'm gonna put it right on the outer corner of my lashes and at the outer corner of that lid. And then I'm just gonna follow that crease line and create a little bit of a V, but I'm not filling in that V just yet. This really does allow you to get creative without having to buy multiple eyeshadows or even multiple palettes. So we're just gonna create a little bit of dimension and depth. And again, I don't wanna go up any more than about 1/4 of the eye right through there, and not filling it in. And to blow this out a little bit more, I like to go in with a big round fluffy brush, light-handed, so I'm holding the brush at the very end, and I'm just gonna do little circles over what we just laid down. Still keeping my eyelid very bare. I'm really impressed with the color payout of this Maybelline palette, and there's really no fallout that I can see either. And here's a quick tip. After you have applied the eyeshadow where you want the darkest color, if it's not quite as dark as you'd like, then you can add just a little bit of micellar water, tap the excess off your brush, Then dip your brush back in that color and you can see what that does to the shadow, and I'll get a darker color on my brush. Now when you moisten an eyeshadow like this, some of them blend out easily and some of them get a little bit cakey. So you want to work quick and in small areas at a time if you do that, just to avoid any patchy looking eyeshadow applications. And then I will go in with my brush and quickly just blend that out. And again, I don't want that lavender purple color to be over the whole eye. I really just want that on the outer corner. So by now you should have something that looks pretty similar to that, and our eyeshadow application is almost finished. I'm just gonna grab a light fluffy brush. I'm gonna go into the lightest color that we had, applying the eyeshadow on the tip of the brush, and I'm gonna take that and go right along my eyelid, along the lash line, corner to corner, up to that crease. And what this lighter color does when you use your whole eyelid is it really opens up your eyes and makes your eyes appear larger. Now if you have hooded eyes, no problem. Do the same technique. Just go on top of your lid and then add the same light eyeshadow color to the bottom part of that hooded lid, below where you made your crease. You're just creating the illusion of a lid. Pretty simple, right? 3 easy steps and a really pretty eyeshadow look. And this is the Angie Hot and Flashy A501. And using that edge to just lightly line the brow. And to add just a little bit more pizzazz, whether you have an Easter brunch or you're going to church or you're having family over for Easter dinner or just something fun in the spring. There's always weddings in the spring, there's graduations, so many things happening. If you want to just kick it up a notch, or if you want this look to go from day to evening, I like to reach for these big jumbo sticks by NYX. This one is called Eggplant, and it looks like even though it's called jumbo, you can see how small that line is that it creates. If it's a little harder for you to see, or if the smaller eyeliner pens and pencils are hard for you to hold, these big ones are great because they're easy to grasp. They're a little bit easier to work with, but yet they're still thin enough that you don't walk away with a big, huge stripe that you weren't intending. So I just like to take this on the edge, and I'm gonna start just outside my eyelid, right across the lash line, and I want to hold my eyeliner pencil at an angle so that the tip of it is what's going to my eye, not this whole side, because that's where you start to get that bigger thick line. So make sure that it's just the tip of your eyeliner that's touching your lash line. And I make small strokes, just gives me the best control. And I like to go until I get right to the end of my lash line and blend it in, until you have something that looks like that. Pretty simple, right? I hope you guys are doing this with me. It's a soft look, it's a little understated, it's current, and it says I didn't try too hard. Using that same pencil, just go along your lower lash line if you want, as close to your lashes as possible. And if you're gonna be taking any photography, then I would just go a little bit darker through here. And then I like to just take the 2 lines in the corner, connect them, and give them a little flick, just so that you've elongated that eye and it doesn't look like you didn't connect your top line and your lower line. And if you want to create a little bit of a wing, you can use this same pencil because of this long edge that it has, and hold it right along your lash line just like that and pull the whole thing up. And what that does is that uses the side of the eyeliner pencil to help give you that shape of the thickness to the point that you want. And then just go in with a little bit of micellar water and clean it up. And then if you need to, you can always just go back in with a little bit of concealer and clean up any edges that you have. I like to use just a little synthetic brush so that I can control the placement of the product and just go right along there. Now you don't need a brush for this. You can absolutely use your fingers. You're just trying to clean that up to make sure that you didn't get any extra purple in areas that perhaps you didn't want it. And then to finish the eye look, I'm gonna add some waterproof mascara, and this is the I Love Extreme by Essence. This won one of my very first Friday face-offs. I'll link that right here in case you guys are interested to see. I was really impressed with how well this waterproof mascara performed, especially up against a Lancome, because we all know Lancome knows how to make a mascara. So I won't give you the whole spoiler alert, you'll wanna see the review. But if you're looking for a good alternative to waterproof mascara, then that's all I'll say. And this is a good time to buy waterproof mascara, because if you have high school or college graduations coming up, or spring or summer weddings, then you'll be glad you have waterproof mascara on. And you can always add to your bottom lashes, which I have really enjoyed doing. Again, I stopped doing it for a while because I was of the school of thought that if you put mascara on your lower lashes, it tends to pull your face down. I mean, we've all heard that. So then I actually did it a few times and put mascara on one side on my lower lashes and not the other. And I really studied those pictures, and I didn't see where one looked older than the other. I didn't see where one eye or one side of my face was dragged down. So that concept didn't prove to be true in my case. So I just thought, you know what? I think it's just a nice, fun, spring, youthful look with some lashes on the bottom. So why not? As long as they're not clumpy and they don't transfer, it can be a really pretty look. So I'll add a little bit of lipstick, and I will link this color down below because I'm not sure which one it is by MAC. Then we'll add a little bit of blush. And that should do it. So I hope you guys did this with me. A fun, fresh springtime look with one eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. I'll link all of it down below. And if you're like me and need everything to coordinate, you can always pick up nail polish. Well, that does it for me, you guys. I hope you did this look with me and enjoy your spring and summer, and I will see you in a couple days with another video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.